Hi, welcome to Ask Bishop Zac. I know it's been a really long while, really, really long. Life, there's a lot going on, COVID and etc. But no excuses. We thank everyone who's been really encouraging us, to keep posting, where the posts. We keep getting that, and we're really happy that you're listening, you're sharing your questions and your thoughts, you're thinking as well. This is really a channel that's supposed to ask questions about life, about faith, society, church, culture, all of these different things that each one of us deals with, and sometimes we're afraid to air out, but we are encouraging each one. It's okay for you to ask these questions.
And please clarify, yes. I am no expert on any of these. It's just a perspective I share.
Yes, simply
hopefully
his
adds
perspective.
that adds hopefully adds value. But so
but it's to let us get us curious and also thinking about these questions. So this one that we're going to be dealing with today is a bit connected to an experience I had. Maybe a couple of years ago, a lady called Sandra, I don't know if she'll watch this, she visited our church, and one of the things that she said sort of stuck with me. She mentioned how disappointed she was, especially during the worship, because she came all the way from the US and came to Uganda and was hoping for a different form of worship sort of experience when she entered into our churches. So she was really disappointed when we were all singing, Hillsong, Bethel music, and really the regular band in the corner and drums, and really it sounded exactly like what she was used to, which was shocking for her, considering she was in Africa, in Uganda. What was unique about the way that we worship, that was different, that she could learn from and enjoy and experience as well, and worship together with us. So it's Christmas, right? It's Christmas season. And so the question is really, what could Christmas look like in our context?
Wow, I must be honest, it's not a far-fetched question, even for me in my experience. And I must admit, I've asked myself that question during this particular Christmas season, as I have watched, really. And I guess it helps to be the one watching. I'm not leading a service, and it really struck me how Christmas, as we celebrate it, is couched and maybe imprisoned in forms that are foreign to us, European. The Christmas tree, Christmas gifts, carols that are all European and sung in solfas. I don't know how you can even dance, the African beat to them. So I think it's a legitimate question, and I think we've got to really ask. So as I thought about it, I began to even reflect on Christmas in the village growing up. And I must admit, there was something about my experience here in Kampala, my experience in the village growing up, that there seemed to be a disconnect now, a foreignness about Christmas. And if I can recall what happened then, for example, singing and singing. And the amazing thing that the Bafumbira did to these Christmas carols is change even their rhythm and make them sing in a dancing way. So we can actually dance them. We can dance them with the drum. I also recognized how singing became central in our family. We just sang and gave stories about. Then the thing about Christmas gifts, we have absolutely in my family no tradition of Christmas gifts. And I think the reason is we grew up very simple. We had no Christmas dress, whatever to buy. We were literally running. But the community shared. I still can remember the community shared in meals and drinking. In fact, for the whole week, we would literally be moving from one home to the other, just eating and drinking in each other's homes, which seems to me to say something about community sharing. So it's not the giving of individual gifts, but it's the sharing that is evident. It's the singing and the dancing in local. The sense of God is with us in our situation, in our culture, and is reflected in the forms, in the way we do it, we celebrate it. We certainly could have gone much further, but I think we really must be troubled that Christmas as now is practiced and experienced, is still stuck and kind of imprisoned really in European forms.
That's a tough one, really, because it's like we have to unlearn a number of things that, especially for my generation, we've grown up with the Western form of pretty much everything, you know, the way that we do Christmas, Easter, you know, a lot of these holidays, for lack of a better way to put it, they've been, you know, tainted with a lot of Westernized culture.
And maybe we need to
it.
admit as well that to some degree, churches are the purveyors of this way of celebrating the birth of Christ. They are purveyors of the European forms. So we do cantantas that are really European, you know, everything. You know, we even have the Christmas tree and the lights and so on and so forth. And of course, we do that in the urban centers. And I think there's something in the village that makes a connection. Anyway, I think this is something we need to talk about.
Yeah.
As a people.
Definitely, to even think a bit deeply about how do we do it differently. Yeah.
But it's not about doing it differently. It's about what does it mean? Because you see, forms reflect meaning.
Yeah.
So we must go back to what does it really mean? What does it really mean? Anyway, we've already gone on too long.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.